Hello, and welcome to our Proven Learning series. Today, we will delve into the Leads module in Proven CRM. This module allows you to efficiently manage your prospects, providing a dedicated view to handle your leads while keeping them distinct from your existing organizations. A lead within Proven Jobs and Proven CRM represents an organization or individual location site associated with a specific address. This is a crucial feature as it allows you to keep track of potential clients or business opportunities separately from your existing organizations. It's important to note that leads created in Proven CRM do not automatically sync to Proven Jobs. However, you have the flexibility to convert a lead into an organization at any time. Once a lead is converted, the information will seamlessly sync to Proven Jobs. This synchronization enables you to edit the record bi-directionally, meaning any changes made in either the job management side or the CRM side will be reflected across both platforms. Additionally, this newly created organization will be visible on the Job Relationship tab within Proven Jobs, making it easy for you to select and manage. This integration ensures that your data remains consistent and up to date, facilitating better management of your job and client relationships. Let's review how you can access your leads in Proven CRM. Upon signing in to Proven CRM, you will land on the dashboard screen. From here, click the Leads icon in the left menu, represented by a star icon. You can also expand the left menu to reveal the names of the different sections, then select Leads. This will take you to the Leads section, presenting you with an overview of the current leads in the system. At the top, you will see the total number of leads, including those that have been converted into organizations. You can also see how many leads have been converted to organizations and how many are pending conversion. In the Leads section, you can interact with the table by applying filters to separate columns. You can enter text to utilize the fuzzy logic search feature. Additionally, the Tools section allows you to interact with your leads. Clicking on it will reveal a menu that allows you to delete your current selection of leads. You can also use the Export feature to download the file in your desired format. The Group by tool allows you to group your list based on a specific column that you can define by making a selection. Lastly, the Column Show feature allows you to add or remove columns that are not on your table by default. Simply check the box next to the column you need, then click Submit. In conjunction with the Tools menu, there are filtering options that allow you to create views and reuse them as needed. This avoids having to set the same filters every time you go through the list. Simply click the Filter button next to Tools. From here, you can select a pre-existing grid view that will apply filters on your behalf, or you can create your own view by adding filtering criteria and clicking Save View. You will be prompted to name the view. It is recommended to use a descriptive name to make it easier for other users to identify the type of views they are using. In our previous segment, we reviewed the Leads screen, which represents prospective organizations and business opportunities. Proven CRM also enables you to capture lead contacts information. These contacts are individuals associated with a lead who will eventually be converted into an organization. On the Lead Contacts screen, you will find a layout identical to the Leads screen. This consistency allows you to interact with your lead contacts in the same manner as you would with leads. You can filter the list using the fuzzy logic search, utilize tools to modify the displayed columns, export the list, or create custom views. We're back on the lead screen. In this segment, we will capture information for a new lead. To begin, click New Record to add a new entry to this list. Here, you can input all the relevant information you have. At this stage, it is not mandatory to complete all fields. The required fields are the organization name, the lead type, and the address. First, we will enter the organization name. Next, We will define the lead type by clicking Add to specify whether this lead is a customer or a vendor. You can add multiple types as needed, but it is essential to first define if the lead is either a customer or a vendor. You can assign a salesperson to the lead by selecting an employee from the drop-down menu. For contact methods, you can add a phone number and an email address. Simply type in the information and select the type of contact method you are adding. If applicable, you can also add an account number in the designated field. The Not Marketable field indicates that no budget will be allocated for marketing to this lead. Note that this is a double negation. Selecting No for Not Marketable means the lead is actually marketable. If you have information about the lead source, you can add it here. The list of sources can be defined in the My Company section. Moving on to the second part of the required information, we need to enter the address. Clicking Save will prompt you to confirm the address. If the suggested address matches the correct one, click Yes. If not, click No to retain the address you entered. Let's review the lead details. Clicking on a lead's name will open their details, allowing you to make changes to the lead record and access other sections where you can capture and track additional information. Under the Details tab, you can modify any of the fields in this section. Be sure to click Update to save your changes. For instance, you can mark a lead as active or inactive by selecting the appropriate option from the drop-down menu. You can also reassign the lead to a different salesperson. Additionally, you have the ability to update their address and contact methods. If you didn't initially enter the industry type, you can choose it now to properly categorize the lead. The Get Alert field allows you to set an alert for inactivity on this particular lead. For more information about leads and contacts activities, please refer to the course Proven CRM, Understanding Activities. In this screen, there is also a shipping address, which by default is the same as the billing address. However, users have the option to use separate addresses for billing and shipping. Scrolling down, you will find the additional info section. Note that these fields may differ in your Proven CRM instance, as they need to be defined and named manually under My Company in the Definitions section. As always, ensure you click Update after making any changes. Moving on to the Contacts tab, this section displays any contacts created under the current lead. The table on this screen shares the same layout as the main lead screen, allowing you to group your list of contacts by a defined criterion or control, which columns are visible. By clicking on the three dots next to a contact, a menu with additional controls will appear. Options such as Edit or Details will take you directly to the contact details for modifications, while Delete will remove the contact from the current lead and from your Proven CRM. You can also create a new record from this screen, allowing you to add contacts directly under the appropriate lead organization. Clicking New Record will enable you to add a new contact. Notice that some fields, such as the salesperson, phone, email, organization type, and address, are pre-filled with information pulled from the lead organization we created earlier. Here, you can select a title for the contact. If needed, you can assign them to a different salesperson. Enter the first and last name of the contact. The Main Contact option allows you to designate this specific contact as the primary contact for the lead, which will be indicated in the Main Contact column on the contact's screen. You can also enter a lead source if it differs from the organization lead source. The route label can be applied to the contact, allowing you to identify leads and lead contacts within a defined region, which can be set up in the routes regions. For more information on building sales routes and regions, please refer to the Routes module. The business development type can be used to tag organizations with the applicable industry type. Industry types can also be used in lead organizations. Scrolling down, the contact address is pre-filled with the lead's address, but you can specify a different address if needed. Additionally, like the leads, but at the contacts level, There are custom fields that can be defined to capture information not available in the default fields. As always, ensure you click Save and Close to save your changes. If you are creating multiple contacts under the same lead, use Save and New. This will create the contact and clear the fields within the same screen, helping you avoid returning to the previous screen and clicking New Record each time. We're back on the lead details screen, and now we'll review the Documents section. This section is essential for storing any relevant documentation related to the lead we are pursuing. These documents can include Excel spreadsheets, PDF files, Word documents, and more. To begin, we need to list the document type on this screen. Click New Record to start. You will be taken to a screen where you can define the document type. For this example, we'll choose a PDF file. Next, add a title and a description. The description is particularly useful as it allows other users to easily identify the document type without needing to download and open it. Once you have entered the necessary information, click Save and Close to confirm the creation of the document placeholder. Now that we have created a placeholder for our quote files, we can proceed to upload the document from our local device. To do this, click the blue Upload button, then click Choose File to select the file from your local folders. After making your selection, click the blue Upload button to complete the process. It's important to note that you can add multiple files to the same placeholder by repeating this process. However, ensure that you are adding the same file types to maintain organization within your documents. This practice helps keep the documents section tidy and makes it easier for other users to find and access the necessary files. Additionally, the Documents section is designed to support collaboration among team members. By uploading relevant files, you enable other CRM users to download these documents, provided they have the required security permissions. This feature ensures that all team members have access to the most up-to-date information and can work together efficiently. In summary, the Documents section is a powerful tool for managing and sharing important files related to your leads. By following these steps, you can ensure that all relevant documentation is easily accessible and well organized, facilitating better collaboration and more effective lead management. The last tab we want to review, under the Lead Details section, is the Audit tab. Clicking on it reveals 3 sub-tabs, each providing different types of information. As you might expect, this tab allows you to audit any changes made to the organization. It displays the name of the user who edited the record, the date of the update, the affected field, and both the old and new values of that field. Note that this section does not reflect changes immediately, but is updated daily to include all changes made throughout the day. The Mass Edit tab shows any changes made to the organization through the Mass Edit feature, which allows you to update multiple records simultaneously. Let's close this screen for a moment and navigate to the main lead screen. At the top, click Mass Edit. The Setup Wizard will guide you step by step. First, select the module. In this case, we'll choose Leads. Next, select the fields you want to update. For this example, we'll select Salesperson, then click Next Step. Here, you can check the boxes next to the leads you want to update and click the blue Select Leads button. You also have the option to filter the list and select only the filtered results. Click the drop-down next to Select Leads and change it to All Filtered Leads. Clicking Select Leads will prompt you to confirm if you want to update your current selection. Once you see the green confirmation that you have completed the steps, you can resume your work while Proven CRM updates the records on your behalf. You will receive a notification once the action is completed. Now, let's navigate back to the lead details. Go to the Audit tab and select the Mass Edit section. This will show you all the mass edit events that have affected the current record. Finally, the Salesperson tab shows changes made specifically to the Salesperson field. The first entry occurs when you assign a salesperson to the lead. Any subsequent changes to the salesperson will be logged in this section, allowing you to see who made the change and when it was made. The next module we are reviewing is the lead activities. The gray section displays the total count of each activity under this lead organization. We have multiple tabs to review separately, but for now, let's start with the notes section. Here, you will see all the notes added to this organization. To create a new note, click New Record. First, define your subject and then choose your topic. Note that topics can also be defined manually from the My Company section. Enter the content of your note manually, or scroll down and click Select Note Template. This will reveal another field above the Note section, allowing you to choose from a list of predefined templates. Scroll down again to toggle the option to email the note. This feature allows you to select email addresses from the lead and their contacts, sending them the content of the note via email. Although optional, the multiple entries option can be useful if you want to insert the same note into multiple entries. Once you have completed your changes, click Save and Close. The note will then be visible to other users who have permission to access this section. The next tab we will review is the Tasks tab. This section allows you to create tasks related to the lead and assign them to your employees. Here, you can see the tasks assigned to the record, along with relevant information such as the title, start date, due date, and status of each task. To add a new task, click New Record. First, enter the title of the task. Then, choose the start date and the due date. Notice the two additional buttons next to the due date, Show Reminder and Show Recurrence. Show Reminder allows you to set a reminder that will be sent at a specific time. You can also check the Email Me box to receive the reminder in your inbox. Show Recurrence enables you to create a recurring task at a set frequency, saving you from having to create each task individually if it repeats. For instance, you can set a weekly frequency for this task every Monday. In the bottom section, choosing no end date will create the task for all future dates every week. Alternatively, you can choose End After to stop the recurrence after a set number of occurrences, or End By to select the date when the recurring event ends. By default, the status is set to Not Started. Clicking on the drop-down reveals other statuses, which can be useful for logging completed tasks or tracking progress. The category field allows you to assign color coding to your tasks based on their status. You can also define a priority for the task. The completed percentage slider lets you track the task's completion. Note that this is a manual process, and you will need to adjust the slider as you make progress. The assigned to field refers to the person designated for this task. Finally, the description field is where you can add details about what is required from the assignee. As usual, click Save and Close to create the task. As the assignee, you can navigate to this screen at any time to edit the task and update your progress by clicking on the three dots and selecting Edit or Details. In addition to creating tasks manually, you can also generate tasks based on notes in the Notes section. Simply navigate to Notes and click Generate Task in blue. This will pre-populate the title and description, but you can define the other elements of the task manually and click Save and Close. Let's review the Calls tab. As the name indicates, this section is used to log any outbound or inbound calls related to this lead. Here, you will find a list of calls along with details such as the subject, the user who made the call type, the call purpose, and the call date. To log a new call, click New Record. This will open a new screen where you can input the call information, starting with the subject. First, enter the subject, then select the call type. You can also choose a call purpose, which helps identify the reason for the call without needing to open the call details. Next, define the call start date and time. You can track the duration of the call by either entering the actual duration in the provided fields or by clicking the green Start button to start a timer. Once the call ends, click Done to automatically calculate the duration. The call result field can be used to summarize the outcome of the call, and the description field allows you to leave further details about the interaction you had with the lead. Once all information is entered, click Save and Close. Similar to the notes, you can also generate tasks based on the call by clicking the blue Generate Task button. This feature allows you to create follow-up tasks directly from the call log, ensuring that all necessary actions are tracked and assigned appropriately. The next tab we will review is the Events tab. This section allows you to create events that will be added to your calendar within the CRM. To add a new event, click New Record. Begin by entering a subject for your event. The location defaults to your company's internal address, but you can manually adjust the location if needed. To add participants, click the Contacts button next to the Participants field. This will allow you to choose from your current list of contacts and add participants. For this example, we'll choose a contact under the current lead. Filter the name you're looking for, check the box next to the contact, and then click the blue Select Emails button. Next, set the start and end dates for the event and adjust the time as needed. The host field corresponds to the internal employee assigned to this event. By default, it is set to your own name, but you can click the drop-down to choose another employee from your company. Finally, use the description field to add any relevant information regarding the event. Once you have entered all the necessary information, click Save and Close to create the event. Let's step away from this screen for a moment. Click Close and navigate to the calendar. By filtering the events, you will be able to see the event you created from this screen. Let's take a look at the Inbox tab. This section allows you to efficiently manage your communications with each lead and lead contact. Please note that this feature requires setting up your inbox from the Inbox Setup screen. Clicking the Inbox tab filters the list to display only incoming and outgoing emails from the email addresses listed on the current lead or their contacts. Given the size of my screen, I will click Full Screen for a better view. On the left, I can see all the email addresses from the lead organization and their contacts listed. I can navigate within different folders, and the default folder structure will match your email address. The right section displays the content of emails. To send an email, click the Send icon next to the contact on the left. Here, you can fill out the content of your email, add other recipients if needed, and attach files from your local device. Once you have completed your email, click Send to send it. You can also use templates by clicking the Select Templates option. These templates need to be defined prior to sending the email. The Activity checkbox allows you to determine if you want to consider this outgoing communication as an activity or a simple informative email. Let's review the Opportunities module. Clicking on Opportunities takes you to the Opportunities screen, where you can define a sales pipeline to manage your prospects more efficiently. While we won't dive too deeply into the opportunities, we'll cover some basics. On this screen, you will see the different stages for the opportunity. These stages can be defined in the My Company section, allowing you to have different sales stages for each industry type. To create a new opportunity, click on the three dots and select Add New Opportunity. Here, we will define the properties of this opportunity. Start by adding a name, which can be the name of the prospect we are pursuing for the current lead. Choose an expected close date and define the next sales stage date. The industry type will default to the lead's industry type as defined during creation, but you can change it here if needed. You can also add the lead source for the opportunity, and by checking the corresponding box, you can update the lead source on the organization record as well. The probability slider can be used to define a percentage chance of closing the current opportunity. Note that this is a manual adjustment. Enter the amount, a description, and finally select an assignee from your list of employees. As always, click Save and Close to create the opportunity. The opportunity is then created under the first sales stage, but you can click and drag it as you make progress in qualifying and closing the opportunity. Repeat this process to create different opportunities for the same lead, allowing you to track them at various sales stages from the same screen. We're done with the lead activities, but we have another section to review: accounting. This will allow you to log any expenses pertaining to pursuing this lead. Again, under the Expenses tab, click New Record, enter the title of the expense, select a category which the list is also customizable from My Company. Select the contact from this lead that we are logging this expense under. Enter the amount spent, add an expense date, and finally a description. As always, click Save and Close. You will see that the current expenses gets added to the total expenses in the gray section. The other accounting information, such as payments, invoices, and billing, are not relevant for leads, as these will sync from the jobs automatically once my lead is converted to an actual organization. Now that we have completed prospecting this lead, we are ready to add them to our list of organizations. Instead of creating them in Proven Jobs as an organization or recreating them in Proven CRM, we can simply convert the current lead into an organization by clicking on the blue Convert to Organization button. Once the button disappears, this indicates that the lead has been successfully converted into an organization. If we go back to our leads list and refresh the page, the lead will no longer appear in the list and will now be found under the Organizations section. For this last part, we're going to review the import feature. This is a useful tool that allows you to import an existing list of leads and their contacts in an Excel format and recreate them in Proven CRM. We're back on the leads screen. Select Data Import from the top menu. Here, you can choose to import leads or lead contacts separately. Clicking on Lead Contact Import will open the import wizard. You can add a note that will be included in all the contact records created from the import. Finally, click Select Import File to choose a file from your local folder. Remember, the file needs to be in an XLS format, and the columns must match the CRM template exactly. Clicking on the asterisk link to download a sample Excel file will provide you with the correct order of the columns and the required information. Here are the columns you need to properly create your leads and contacts. Now, back in the CRM, select Lead Import. This prompts you to choose a lead source for the organizations you're adding. You can also add a note that will be included under the Notes tab of each lead. Finally, click Select Import File and choose the file from your local device. If successful, you will receive a confirmation message informing you that the process could take up to 10 minutes, depending on the size of the file. You can close this screen and continue using the CRM. When the import is complete, you will receive a notification.